tonight I'm gonna start putting together the cardboard frame, essentially, for the head of the costume. So I'm just moving a bunch of stuff off the table at the moment because I'm gonna need all the space. And we're gonna need to move this camera kind of here. Cool. Alright. There's like cardboard all over the floor. I might have to move that camera too. This camera. It's very difficult. It's very difficult here. Alright. Move all this stuff. Move all this stuff. This can be moved. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Okay. Oh, I forgot I put the mesh under here to try to like help flatten it out. It's getting there. I still think I might end up wanting to like maybe put a towel over it and just iron really, really gently on low heat to try and flatten it out the rest of the way. Because I don't want it to have a crinkle in it when I attach it. Alright, so here's my cut pattern that I made. I think this is actually pretty good for that camera. This camera needs to get rotated since I'm going to be in a different spot today. Maybe we could try that. What am I seeing? There's this. Trying to get into that camera's frame. Okay, so it's still way over here. Alright, and then I can raise it up if I need to. Ouch, ouch, that sound was my elbow getting destroyed. My elbow, Charlie Murphy. Alright, we're gonna try that and see how it works for us. God, that hurt. Smack the crap out of my elbow. Okay, cool. We've got, oh, I forgot I'm gonna have to cut these because I was thinking about using them, but I changed my mind. Oh no, that was underneath my other little doodad. Thank you for the follow. I believe that said Jason LG. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I put the Kunihiro photos accidentally like on top of everything else. Okay, I need to cut these real quick. Then we can put this together. Alright. One. Those are cut. We got this. Nice. Okay, so now I need to arrange them, and I am going to tape them, which sounds crazy, but I think it's gonna work because the tape will end up on the inside. Oh, I need to cut this. I guess I should cut it first. And I need to cut the face out of the front piece as well. So I've got to decide what size I want. Okay, these should be all the same size. Yes. I got to decide what size little face I want. I really want it to be... Okay, I want to pick the side of this that's like the most perfectly flat. To be the top, and that would be this. Clean it up just a teeny bit. Okay. The problem is it has this wrinkle in it. I mean, truthfully, I'll cut out the majority of the wrinkle if I do it this way. That's gonna have to be about right. We got 1 3/4 inches on that side, 1 3/4 inches on this side. I'm pretty good. It's like ever so slightly. I'm gonna double check that. Yep, we're good. Okay, I kind of actually liked it. Alright, okay. I need a pencil. I need a pencil. Okay, here we go. Now, I actually need to make the face smaller than what I'm tracing so that I'll have something to attach it to. But this is going to be the whole size for the piece of mesh that I'm going to use for the face. Alright. So I probably could have traced it a little closer to the top, but that's okay. That'll do. Alright, so then how much overlap do I want to be able to adhere it when I put it in? Don't want the face to seem too small. So the other option would be to keep this piece as a single unit like this. That's probably the best idea. So that it'll have the sides that'll be able to be like completely attached. So then really I just need to, I'll push it this all the way to the top. And then that gives me an overhang on the top and the bottom by just a tiny bit. So maybe I just want to make that a teensy bit smaller. So that's almost 9 inches. That's right at 8 inches. So it's not a perfect square, but that's okay. It's okay if it's not a perfect square. Kind of want it to be close though. As long as I have a large overhang on these sides, I mean, that gives me 1/2 inch. So that gives me 1/4 inch on the top and the bottom. We're going with it. We're doing it this way. The top and the bottom should give me enough overhang to hashtag deal with it. So I gotta cut these both out. So let me just move my seat over and grab. Grab my white tea beverage. Sparkling white tea. Dude, if you guys haven't had toast, it's spelled T-O-S-T and the O has the 2 little dots. They've got 2 of them. They've got a white and a red. And it's like it's sparkling tea. It's completely made out of like tea. And it has no alcohol. And it's like, I really like them. I find them refreshing and it's nice to have something that isn't coffee or water. Because, like, my training load's too heavy to be messing around with alcohol right now. You just sacrifice too much performance and it screws with your heart rate and all that fun stuff, so. I've been all about some sparkling tea. Okay, I want this to be like here. Okay. Now, it did not go all the way through everywhere, so we're gonna have to... Girl, if you try to jump up here tonight, you're getting put out of the room because I just can't with you tonight. Yeah, I lost probably at least half an hour of working time yesterday because it was the Bonnie stream. She was all over the place last night, like sitting on the project and sitting on me and just being generally in the way. favorite place to be, in the way. She's now standing in front of the screen, but at least that's not standing on the project. I'm trying to cut it. Yeah, this does not want to like cut all the way through. There we go. I'm just trying not to cut too far. Okay, no, ma'am, you're gonna get put out of the room. You're gonna get put out of the room. I know you're cute and I love you. I know you're cute and precious and I love you. But you're gonna get put out of the room because mommy needs to cut stuff and tape stuff and glue stuff and generally not have you sitting on it all. So get your moment. Get your moment. Have your moment. Then we're gonna put you out of the room. Okay. Oh yes, I know, baby. I know my sweetness, but mommy's trying to work, so you gotta go. Bye. Bye, girl. Bye. Dude. She's so mad. She is so mad, but like seriously, I lost so much time yesterday to her being all over everything. Like, it's cute until it's just like, for the love of God, give me a break. Because she's that way with me all day long. I'm editing, and she is all over me. Like, relentlessly all over me. Okay, this corner is stuck. There we go, that should be good. Is this corner stuck? Okay. Okay, come on now. Don't do me like this. Okay, got it. Cool. So since this is going to get fabric coated, I'm not really worried about any little bits that are hanging on. Now here's the hard part. Gotta cut this sucker out. Dude, the pants I was wearing yesterday had so many little tiny bits of cardboard like stuck to them, so I'm just straight up in like a pajama shirt and pajama bottoms because I'm like, they're just gonna get covered in cardboard. Alright. Okay. I actually managed to imprint most of the way around, so we could probably just do it one more time. Stall a little bit on the way. circle's a little wonky right there, but that's okay because no one's gonna see this part anyway. Watch out. Alright. Now I gotta take my hair down and make sure that this is gonna work. Okay. Oh, well, and he doesn't wear glasses either, so. It works. And I'm pretty sure yesterday with the test piece, I was able to like even do it with, yeah, I can still put it on even with my glasses on. So even if its head's a good bit bigger than mine, it should still fit. Okay, we got that. So these can go back on the ground. The pile of cardboard back there right now is ridiculous. It is an uncalled for amount of cardboard. Okay, cool. Now we can start laying these out. Where's my little diagram? Here it goes. Alright, so what I need the front piece there. I need the, so turn this one this way. I want to try and get it to where it's like as closely matched as possible. Problem is it's not going to be perfect. So I just have to do the best I can. Okay, so then I need these pieces. Wait a minute, I'm missing a piece. I didn't cut a top piece. Well, gosh, diggity dang. I guess I was super tired last night. And ooh, there's a piece of tape still. There we go. And I think I used all the cardboard that's the right size. Well, butts. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make a 12 by 12 square out of scraps. I'm gonna have to reinforce it because it's gonna have to get the plate in the center anyway. So, I guess I'll use that. And I have two pieces. Oh, I cut them into circles. Dang it. Okay, let me measure these. See what I got going on here. That's only 11. How deep are these? 6 inches. We're gonna use these. Trying to peel the sticker off. I'm failing miserably. Cat is meowing at the door. It's very pathetic. So I need to cut these off then. So we're like back to square one for a second. I think I'm gonna lazy cut these over here on the floor. I mean, the good news is this box is the thickest box, so at least we get nice sturdy pieces from it. Okay, there's one piece. I'm gonna have to trim that one, but it'll be fine. I mean, I'm gonna need that in like a second again anyway. Oh boy, this is a hot mess. Thought I was done with this. The funny thing is the piece is in my sketches. Like, it's there. We planned for it. I guess by the time I was cutting everything last night, I was just too tired to realize I didn't cut one of them. This is gonna be all right. That's gonna be good enough. Fun thing is that since Sirhc's streaming right now, I can talk about him. You know, he told me today that I should play the new Mario Donkey Kong game tonight. And I was like, why? And the look on his face straight up said, because he doesn't want me to finish this costume so he doesn't have to wear it. He wouldn't say it out loud, but that's what his face was just telling me. Alright, that's a hot enough mess. So let me see what I'm looking at here. Okay. Now I just need to, I'm going to attach it and then I'm going to mark it, I think. This roll of tape is like impossible to find the edge. Ha, 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 found it. Can I peel it is the question. Oh, I'm sure that sounds great for you guys. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, I want to like shove it together. I'm gonna have to fix that, but we'll get to it when we get to it. I'm gonna like bend the corner of that. Alright. Really tape. You're gonna do me like this? You're gonna do me like this? Alright. I want it as tight as possible. So we're just gonna shove it real tight. Then the only thing I have to worry about is adherence of the fabric, but since this piece is gonna be the top, I'm not as concerned about that. I think we'll be okay, because I mean gravity will take care of the job. Because I want to make sure it doesn't bend. Which, I mean, I'll be reinforcing and I'll be attaching stuff to the top of it, so I think it'll be fine, but I'm going to put one more piece of tape on it. Just for safety. Safety first. So we've got the top board. I just need to cut it. Oh, I should have just done the one piece of tape. I'm dumb. Whatever, I do what I want. Okay. Which means I'll need to put one more piece of tape on it, but whatever. We'll get there when we get there. I don't know if you guys can hear that squeak, but there's something under this table that, like, every time I make the table move, it squeaks, and it's driving me insane. What is squeaking for real? I think it's the locking mechanisms. But I don't know how to make them not squeak. Okay. Now I need one of these that I did not cut. That would be this. Shooby-dooby-doo. Shooba-dee-doo. Shooby-dooby-dooby. A shooby-dooby-doo. A doobie-doo. Be-dooby-dooby-dooby. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Alright, let me put a piece here for us to be able to cut on, and then cut this. We have our top piece. Ta-da! Cool. Now we can put this together. But it involves a lot of tape. So if the tape makes a horrible noise, let me know, and I'll just... I guess I can just mute while I tape. Alright. Well, we can get our layout done first. So I want them backwards. Wish this table were deeper and like not as wide, but whatever. Okay, so there's our top, middle, then I need, these have to go like this way. That one's a little wonky, it needs to be trimmed. Okay, so this one's gonna go here, and this one's gonna go here. This one's probably wonky too. Yeah, let me trim both of these. I don't know. I might just try to deal with it because when I fabric coat it, like, or when I glue it too, it'll fill in any gaps. The idea was to have only the right hand panel on one side, which means I gotta scoot all this like way over so I have enough space. So we're just gonna have to like move stuff. Okay. So can I flip one of these? I want them to be as close as possible, but like this one's a little wonky on the bottom as well. Right there. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna try and just peel that with scissors a little bit. While Actually, it's way closer. I just need to get this little ridge off. As I create another ridge instead of that ridge. Alright, there we go. Then this next piece will go here. Again with the wonkies. Kind of want the wonkiest sides to be like out. So this needs to get trimmed. I might just try trimming them with this. Alright, then maybe I can just pop it off with the scissors. That definitely helps. Okay. So that's a little less wonky now. Still got a little ridge in the center. But I mean, I can just squish it. If I need to squish it a little bit, I can squish. Squish. Okay, I wanted this one this way. Yes. Cool. Then this last piece also had a wonky edge. Which edge is it? I think it's this bottom edge. Yeah, it definitely is this bottom edge. So that's way better. Still need to move a bunch of stuff out of the way. Don't know if it's in my best interest to try to fix this piece or just let it have a gap. I think I'm gonna let it have a gap, and that gap will end up just getting filled with glue. All right, I'm gonna mute to tape. Alright, we are done taping. So, unmuted now. Okay. Wait, did I lose my mind? How do I have an extra panel? Did I cut one for the top? Your girl done lost her mind, okay? Yeah, I did add an extra panel, and I did have a top panel. I'm not crazy. Well, but now I have an extra panel, because question is it worth moving this one to the top? It might be. It might be. Depends on how carefully I conceal this tape, I guess. Okay, so I wasn't crazy last night. I'm crazy today. Whatever. Crazy at some point. I don't know. Is this... I mean, this is a much thicker piece of cardboard. I kind of like the idea of the top being, like, superiorly thick. Thick with tootsies. I'm going to have to cut that top piece. I forgot that the sides are slightly different. So I'm going to have to trim that. Maybe, you know what? I think I might trying to decide which panel I should replace. So these two panels are the same. So what if I replace that one with this? That's gonna make this like a much prettier square. Put it that way. So what we're gonna do with this one is just pop that tape right off. Pop. Toss this guy. And this guy's getting an upgrade over here. Upgrade. Cool. See, it all works out. That worked out better. If I could peel this tape. We'll get there. There we go. I'm not muting for this one, so get ready for the tape sound. Tape sound. I don't know. Can that be ASMR? Unrolling. Unrolling packing tape. Packing tape ASMR. Like, I'm not really big into any of the... Whoops, that just like cut really weird. I'm not really big into any of the ASMR stuff, but I do have to say I think the most satisfying sound I have heard from any of the ASMR stuff is when people cut soap. I don't know why the sound of... Because they'll like cut it so that it has like little blocks, and then they'll just like shave the blocks off. It's the most satisfying sound, but it also, watching it is very satisfying for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's so symmetrical and so neat and like, yeah, I like it. I haven't seen one of those in a really long time. I wonder if people are still doing that. I'm sure they are. But yeah, the cutting of the soap is like so satisfying. But it also somewhat like on the inside enrages me a little bit, because unless these people are like melting that soap back down and back into bars so they can just continually like ASMR the soap, then it's like, that's a massive waste of soap. This is going to require reinforcement because of where the thing is bent, but that is a-okay with me. That might actually work out in our advantage, especially if we can give it kind of a secondary bend. Yes. Cool. I don't want to attach this yet. Put it down. Put it down. Put the thing down. And I kept that just in case, but I don't need it yet. I need the fabric and I need to lay it out. I'm a bad crafter and I have not ironed this fabric. Ironing is for chumps. I don't believe it. Hate ironing with a passion. Okay, so let me get this laid out. Let me look at which side. Okay, this goes down. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans of much coolness. I'm gonna just flop this guy over and plop. Get this underneath here. And I can hold it down while I spread it out. We got fabric. Do, 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 do. We got fabric. Okay, now I need to look carefully at my overages so I make sure I cut it with enough extra space. I think my fabric pen sadly is on its way out. This way. How much do I have down here? Not enough. Yeah, I think it was pretty tight on the top and the bottom. That's a fine overage. That's fine. And then what am I looking at up here? Plenty. So we'll go with that. Just, there's like stickers and stuff all over. It's a hot mess in here right now. Hot mess. Alright, is this even remotely straight? Surprisingly, yes. It needs to go that way a little bit. But I think we're pretty good. Yeah, looks It's just gonna be like hair can. Hair can. Ta-da! Okay. Alright. So now let me see if I can get any life out of my fabric pen. Or actually I might even have a fabric pencil in here, which would be... Oh no, I thought that was a fabric pencil. Oh, it is! You could use a sharpening. BRB while I sharpen my fabric pencil. Hey girl, you want to come in there? Go in. Yeah, go get in your bed. Good girl. Girl. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't abandon you. Come get in your beddy. Come on. Come get in your beddy. I knew there was a box in the way. I'm so sorry. In your beddy. Come on, in your beddy. Here, Mommy's gonna pick up all this mess to help you. Because I know it's a lot of cardboard. Let's get some of it in this box. How about that? How about this? Mommy pick up some of this cardboard. Would you like a piece? Would you like a piece of cardboard to tear up? Hi, baby. Good girl. Hi, good girl. Good girl. Oh, here, let me get this so you don't get stuck to it. Yeah, but are you sure you don't want these cardboard to tear up? Are you sure? This one's round. Can you hold it? Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay. We've almost got some of this picked up, including some of the stickers that were sticking to me. Sticking to me. Good girl. Good girl, Miss Dorothy. You are such a good doggy. You wanna go back? You wanna go out there? You don't wanna stay in here? I'll let you out, but the door has to be closed because the kitty cat's gonna come in. You wanna go out there? Okay, bye. You want in here or you want out there? Okay, bye. Guess you didn't want to stay in there. Okay, so now we can start marking. I did not bring a standard ruler up, down, sideways. This is like kind of thick. Do I have a thinner one? I don't know, like if I have enough space to put, what, 2.5 inches on each side? Yeah, that's fine. Because I want overage everywhere except I need 2 panels here as well. So give me this as my like placemat for that. It just needs to be even with those. There we I'm gonna just start marking. Okay. That I'm honestly not even gonna, I'm just gonna let it be slightly extra there. So I'm gonna have to fold it and slide it to mark this side. Then fold it and slide it to mark that side. So that means I didn't quite need that yet. All right. So it's pretty important that I keep it relatively stable while I slide it. More. Okay, there we go. It's all on. This is gonna have to go. That was the sound of my sewing box slamming. Always a fun sound. Okay, cool. We got it. So I want overage all the way around the bottom. So we're gonna pop this right here and just go. Did y'all see that? No freaking way, man. I just sharpened this. The tip broke off. Okay, I'll be right back again. I guess I gotta sharpen it again. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Now the cat and the dog are both sitting at the door. But now that the cat is there, I can't just let the dog in. Alright, come on now. I sharpened it, but not quite as much to try to hopefully prevent breaking. But I'm gonna end up having to sharpen it again relatively soon, I would think. Alright, I mean, the deal with this down here at the bottom is really just, I mean, I'm gonna have to cut off this, obviously. So it's fine for that to be the cut line. Okay, cool. Then it's going to be the same thing over here. Extend this line out. And did I want overage? I do. I want overage on the bottom of this piece. So alright, that's going to slope in. So then here we have, whoops, there's the ridge of the table right here, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the tuck. And then the fourth piece, I want overage all the way around this piece. Okay. So I'm just going to use this as my overage. I'll probably have to trim it later, but trimming it later is easy. So I want the overage to go all the way around this whole piece. Alright, we're just gonna pretend that's perfectly straight. That's good enough. Because I'm just gonna be like folding and gluing this down anyway. Alright, so this just needs to get pulled nice and easy until that fits with enough overage. This can get folded up. And then I guess I'm gonna end up doing this side first. So put it there. Okay, cool. So I've got my overage all the way to here. I want it around the edge of this piece. I'll end up cutting the corners of it out, but that's fine. And then this piece and this piece, I can fill it in. Then overage on this way. Here. Here. Okay. So we've got it all the way around the back panel. I don't want overage here, but I did want it on the top. So, I mean, just give me like that much overage in this spot. Is that lined up? It is. So I'm gonna give it a little bit, not near as much as the rest gets. Alright. Then it'll end up being the same for this panel. And then I want standard overage across the entire top. So let's go to the top. I have to move this chair. There we go. Okay. So that's gonna bring me up to here. Okay, then I want a place marker for this piece. And I did it about halfway for this. So like that overage will be here. It's gonna be easier for me to draw it from this side. And this one will come inward from there. Okay. Yay! I didn't have to sharpen the fabric pencil again. Oh no, I'm almost out of ice. Okay. So then I'm going to need to cut this piece out. So the question then, I need to sit and think. It's thinking chair time. I think last night my thought was build the box, then adhere the fabric. But I think tonight what I'm thinking it all comes down to fabric overhang. So if I put the fabric on the box and then put the whole thing together, the fabric will be like super form fitted to the box, and there's no way in heck it's coming off. But if I build the box first and then adhere the fabric to it, it's more difficult. But if I have any issues, they'll be easier to fix. For example, the way I have this taped right now, the idea was for me to fill the corners with hot glue to make it like a box with soft edges. If I do the fabric first, I can't do the soft edges. That's tough. That's a tough choice. I mean, I could test putting it all together at once by just taping the fabric on and maybe see how that looks, and if it looks good, just do it that way. But then let me think about adhering both the cat and the dog are just like crying at the door right now. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna see if the cat left or if she's still sitting there. But there is a lot of crying happening. You didn't want to be in here a minute ago. Lay down. Lay down in your bed. Sadly, I cannot read that from here. And you know what? My bot is like not doing his job at all. Something is like way off. You suck, bot. You're not doing your job. Oh, Dorothy, I don't know what you want, my dear. What up? Oh, ass sissy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so lay in your bed, please. You're yes, good girl. Can you lay in your bed? Okay, you can sit right there. That's fine. You can sit right there. But just let mommy think. Or you're good. You can get locked out like the cat did. Why are you begging? Why are you begging? I see how cute you are. I know. I know. If it didn't one of you, it's the other one of you. Alright, so let's just say I adhere the fabric to the box with the box not yet put together. Girl, I'm not playing this. You're gonna get locked out of the room just like your sister. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good girl. Now she's like shoving her head in my shoe. I keep feeling like if I do it that way, if I do it that way, how am I going to cover the seams? And the answer is I don't have a good way to cover the seams at that point. So I have to put the box together first. Then I'm gonna have to spray adhesive the fabric onto it and allow it to have a slight overhang. So I'll probably have to like tape it, see what it looks like, adjust the overhang amount, and then just roll with it from there. Alright, so I need to draw in my cut lines for that top panel with almost no overhang. It's a dangerous game, but we gotta play it. Oh, you're so precious. Yes. Alright. Yeah. Because these are gonna have to get split right here. Ooh, that went poorly for a moment. Okay. Let me just... Okay. And then this piece is gonna do the same thing. It's gonna get split right here. Okay, so I can cut this fabric out. I can start putting the box together. This is an extra piece. I can close this knife because I don't think I need it again quite yet. Alright, so putting the box together. Or cutting the fabric, which would I rather do first? Do I wanna glue a box, or do I wanna cut some fabric? I guess I'll cut the fabric first. Armpit cam. Alright. Oh, he's so, yeah, she's so sad. She's so sad because mommy's not paying her any attention. Oh, yes. Okay, and then I might go back in and trace like my exact pattern so I can see where my overhang lines are when, ooh, that did not cut. Let's see. That way when I go into, there we go, now I got a good cut going. Okay. That way I just know what I'm looking at when I go to like layer it onto the box. Should probably label the squares as well. Oh, because I didn't trace my other cuts either. I'm gonna have to do that. I should probably just do that right now, real quick. Pop. Alright, so this needs to be traced with a pretty decent overhang. So what I'm gonna do here is trace the exact draw in actually where I want my cut lines to be. Doing about an inch. So that's where I want my cut lines for that to be. Now I gotta slide everything up real easy, real easy. Poof. Okay. Make sure that is still. Yep. Yep. Okay. And then. So that is my exact circle. So then what I'm gonna wanna do is cut on an angle. Maybe almost a circle, not quite. So then, from a cut and fold perspective, what pattern do I want to use? I'm going to end up with split lines at some point. I'm going to try to angle split it probably like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, 5 ought to do. I'll angle split it 5 times, then bend it down. And since it's the bottom and you're not going to see it anyway, unless it has a significant gap, I'll just leave it. If it has a significant gap, I'll patch it. Cool. Alright. There are no other cutouts. I did say I was gonna go back through and like trace my interiors. I mean, I guess if I wanna just do that right now real quick. It's not exactly difficult. It's easier to move it around when it's one giant piece of fabric too. I'm probably gonna have to sharpen this pencil. See, this is getting like bunched up over there. I'm gonna avoid that. Okay. I'm just gonna put an arrow on each of those because those are actual cut lines. just my trace. Alright, is there anything else that actually like needs to get traced in? I guess it would be the top of that. Okay. Easy peasy lemony squeezy enough. Back to cutting. Cutting this is gonna be a pain in my booty. Pain in my booty. Alright, I need to get a hold of this. There we go. Let me get all these papers out of the way. And then get over here. And then I'll have to cut strips to make the ribbon with out of all this leftover fabric here. Okay. And then this is just gonna leave me with straight up a square on this side. Like, part of me is like, don't even bother cutting that out right now. But I will, I'll just do it. Don't be lazy. If it takes just a minute to do, don't be lazy. Future me will be glad I cut that strip of fabric out. Because my pieces will be even. Okay, I'm gonna slide this whole thing down. Slide it down. Down, down, down. This can get folded up. Okay. That is like so sticky. So the only bad thing about this stuff is it's so insanely carbonated when you open it that, like, why did I pick up those scissors? That it takes straight up like half an hour to open one of these bottles, because you have to open it a tiny bit and like just let it sit there and fizz, or it's gonna explode everywhere. Like, I'm hoping that that's a problem that they've overcome since the last time I ordered, because I mean, I just order it by the case, and like the last time I ordered it was like a year ago at least. I realized I had a bunch of it in the cabinet, and I was like, oh, they're all gonna go bad if I don't drink them. Which, I mean, they're delicious, and I really had just kind of forgotten they were there. So yes, okay, so those are my two cut lines for that. So let me just finish getting all the way around the edge. Pretty sure I'm standing like directly in front of the camera, but whatever, you guys can deal with it for a second. Deal with it. I've gotta just deal with it. Okay. The excess fabric that I'm gonna need later. Boink. Okay, so then I need to do my two cut lines down the top. A cuckoo-cuckoo. Yeah, I need to fix this. I got off my cut line like big time over here. I mean, not that it matters. This piece is gonna get like folded. I am cutting it from the wrong side. Because this is gonna make those like triangle pieces that go on his head. Alright, that's better. Cool. So then these two cut lines need to get made. And what I want to do is cut them actually like just a tad shy. So those are those cut lines. So then these are the pieces that are gonna get like turned into those little foldy triangle bits. But of course it's gonna be more like this. And then fold it over. And of course, if I need to trim them on a heavier angle, which I'm almost certain I will be able to do that. Okay, cool. So we have our primary piece of fabric cut. What time is it? It's already 8:30. The next thing here is I need to cut this circle and I need to cut that faceplate. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. I mean, the answer is always just do it. Less thinky, more doey. Less thinky thinky, more doey doey. Okay. And then I want to do the same thing with the corners on this. I want to cut them, but I want to cut them just slightly shy. So as soon as I'm done cutting it out, I will. Why is this suddenly not cutting? Come on. I'm pretty sure these are my good scissors. I think the blue ones are the good ones. Yeah. I don't know why they were struggling for a second there. I think it was the angle I was trying to cut from. I need to kick my chair out of the way. Kick it. Come on. I'm struggling here. Right in the struggle bus. Oh, I think the music just stopped. I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright. Okay, cool. That's a little messy, but it's getting folded in anyway, so don't really care that much. I can always clean it up later. Yeah, let me fix the music. We lost our music. Where is our music? Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What? This is really interesting music. We're listening to interesting music. This is fun and rhythmic. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Cool. I will trim this, but just slightly shy of my line. Same with there. there. And same with there. Okay. So that is done. Let me just pick the box up. Okay. So now the cutting of the circle. This is always a pain in the tush. All right. Too much of the weight of the fabric is starting to fall off the table and it's pulling. Alright, and I'm actually not gonna cut the circle splits until I'm like ready to connect it. I think I'm gonna wait on those. Okay, so there is our circle. Here is our finished cut piece of fabric. This is gonna be Kunihiro's big old box head. Alright, so then I just need to fold it up. Just get it kind of generally folded, but it is ready to go. Cool. All right, so I still got to make the bows. Where's my paper? Here it is. Still got to cut and make the bows, or the wired ribbon. I've got to make the cone. I've got to find the right ball. I haven't done that yet, because we decided the one I had was too big. And then I need to actually build the box. So I feel like that's kind of the next step, with it being already almost 9 p.m. It's gonna be build the box. Oh, I need a break though, for a second. Mental break. Like, I think it's because I've been staring at red fabric, but now that I've moved the red fabric and I'm looking at like white table, my eyes are like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? It's like my eyes need a break. I don't know if y'all can hear the dog snoring, but she is just like snoring away. She's just at it. Doobie doobie doo. I need to put more ice in my drink, I think. I think it's gonna get warm. as I drag like everything across the table. I hope I have enough glue sticks. Pretty sure I have another box of them somewhere. Because I'm pretty sure those are really old. They were the ones that I keep in my, had like an emergency kit in one of my boxes of cosplay that I take to Dragon Con. And they're the ones that were in that. Like I have a whole different glue gun and glue sticks upstairs. Pretty sure I have 3 or 4 glue guns at this point. And I know I got rid of one when I came here. So, I don't know. But it's like a mini one with the mini sticks, but it'll get the job done. In fact, I should plug it in while I'm chit-chatting so it can warm up. I bet I'm gonna need an extension cord for it, which I will have to go grab. Cause yeah, nope, I don't have an extension cord right there. Okay, so I guess I'll get ice for my beverage, for my toast.
It's subtime. Yum, 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 yum.
What's up, Sakana Cow? Thank you for the soup.
Yummy. Yummy,
Yummy.
yummy, yummy, I got love in my tummy.
How are you doing tonight? And what have you been up to? I finished cutting the fabric, which is cool. I built the box and now I need to, like, I guess I should say I cut and roughly taped the box. I need to build the box now. That's the next step. But I need ice and I need an extension cord. I'm tired. I feel like it hits me like a sack of bricks at around 9 p.m. lately. I think it's just because my running load is so much higher the last couple weeks. Because usually I'm like wired till midnight, and now I'm getting tired at like 9 p.m. Maybe I'll eat a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, back to the box now that we're done with the fabric. Oh, back to the box. So figuring out exactly how I want to glue this is gonna be fun. And then the other thought is that when I go to adhere the face, I'm gonna have to do it through the head hole. That's gonna suck. I don't really see a better way to do it though. That's just how I'm gonna have to do it. Just how it needs to go. Okay, so I'm gonna grab an extension cord so we can get the hot glue gun rolling, and I'll be right back. Oh, I'm gonna get some ice, and hopefully not let the cat in here.
Follow, 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 follow the run, road.
I made it back. The cat was hot on my heels. But I managed to close the door without her running in here. She's gonna be so pissed off because tomorrow she has to go to the vet. She's gonna have to go to the vet like once a month, pretty much for the rest of her life at this point. Which is super fun to find out. But she tore a ligament in her little wrist back in like October. And like we noticed that her leg was like swollen. So I took her to the vet, like no big deal. Like at first we thought, so there were a few things that ran through my head. The first one was, okay, she like stepped on something or got bit by something. And then the third one was she twisted her ankle, which she likes to run up and down the stairs and like grab onto the side of the stair and flip over. And I'm like, I bet she twisted her ankle. So we gave it a little while to see, and like the swelling would go down and it would look fine, and then the swelling would come back and it would go down and it would come back. So finally, like when it seemed like it came back again, like the third time or whatever, we took her to the vet. Because I'm like, is it a tumor? Is there something else going on? Like, what's happening? Torn ligament. And at her age, they're not going to do surgery for it. It's way too dangerous. She's too old. So the answer was wait and see how it heals on its own. And for a while, it seemed like it was going down. But in the last couple of weeks, it's like red and hot and swollen. And so she has to go on these shots. They're called like Celesta or something. That essentially like block your body's pain signal. Or at least a cat's body's pain signal. And the signals that tell it to create the inflammatory response. So hopefully it helps her. But unlike Dorothy's shot that we can give at home, this particular shot cannot be administered at home. So I have to take the cat to the vet every month to get this shot. But it is what it is. If it helps her, I don't care, I will do it. Because she is my sweet little princess baby. Both of them. It's just so funny now that I have two pets that have monthly injections. And it's like that, the only time it's really a problem is when I'm traveling, like during the time they're supposed to get their injection. So that's tough to work around. But because that either means that I have to have someone who knows how to do it here to be able to do it, or someone has to take her to the vet so they can do it. Like, it's kind of a pain. But it's really not that bad. Like, Chris can do it, I can do it, my mom can do it, my sister can do it. Like, we have a good number of people who are schooled in the giving of pet injections. So, because yeah, my mom's cat is diabetic. So he gets 2 shots a day. Poor little dude. He's so good about it, though. I mean, I couldn't believe how good Dorothy was. Like, the very first time I ever tried to give her the shot, like, I'm bad at it. I am not good at it. And she was so good and patient. She just stayed and she let me fumble until I got it and I gave her the shot. She's just so good. Like, unbelievable. She's such a good little animal. And I mean, Bonnie is such a little scaredy push. She's going to be pissed off at the vet, but as soon as she finds out all she's doing is getting a shot and leaving, then she'll be like, oh, that sucked, but it wasn't terrible. I feel like this is not... No, it's getting hot. It's just slow. Dance party while we wait for hot glue. I don't know what else to do while I wait for hot glue. I guess I could start making the pattern for the cone while we wait for the hot glue. I just want like a standard sheet of paper. Because I gotta think about what size I need this cone to be, right? Because looking at his little picture, the cone is about half the length of his head. So if I roll a cone, like I kind of want the bottom of it to be decently wide. And then the top will need to have a hole in it for me to put the circle in, but it doesn't need to be a big hole. Maybe like that. And then I want the bottom to be well, now my top's not tight enough. I'm gonna have to like, I think, put a piece of tape on it here. Is there any hot glue coming out yet? Still no. Might have to go get a different glue gun. This little one might be on its last leg here. So yeah, so that is a good size. I think that's a good height. Of course, like this won't be. Like, give me some scissors. Not the good fabric scissors. Like I remember as a kid, my mom always getting mad at us when we would somehow manage to find her fabric scissors and use them for something. And I never understood why, because I'm like, scissors are scissors. Until I started crafting. Then I was like, oh, that's why. That's why she didn't want us to use her good fabric scissors for random crap. Okay. So yeah, about this size, I think, is going to be adequate. Kind of want the bottom maybe a little bigger. Here, let me see. Is that a nice Kunihiro cone size? Is that about half the length of this? I say yeah. Do I have any hot glue yet? Aha, I do! Is it hot enough to stick? Ish. Eesh. So like, here's the approximate size and shape of the cone that I'm thinking. You only played the first Katamari? Kunihiro's from Beautiful Katamari? I think so, that sounds right. I haven't actually played any of them. Yeah, fabric scissors are a good reason to keep sharpening stuff. That is true. Especially if you have really nice fabric scissors. Like, mine aren't really anything special. If you dull them, you have to sharpen them. That would be hilarious. And it would work too. They'd quit using them. Oh, the cat is like screaming at the door. I think she knows the DOG is in here. But the DOG lays in her bed and goes to sleep. And doesn't crawl all over me the entire time I'm trying to do stuff. Okay. How's this? We got a good cone size. It almost seems too tall, but maybe once we get the box going, it won't, seem too tall anymore. So, I guess I'm gonna start on this side. Because I know we're going to have a gap to fill, and I'll need to like cut a piece to fill the gap. wow, this is, probably should have like brought up clamps and stuff. Keep saying up, down. Should have brought down some clamps. In my previous house, my stream room was upstairs. So I got used to up. Now I'm downstairs. Alright. Yeah, that's the only thing about hot glue is like, it doesn't dry quickly. So, this is going to be a bit of a patience. And then I'm going to have to like sit here and rub the hot edge of it on here to really make sure it's smooth. Today's Tuesday, yeah. How was everybody's Tuesday? I have just felt like off by a day all week this week. And it's only Tuesday. So I felt that way on Saturday, and like it's just kind of stuck around. Saturday felt like Sunday, Sunday felt like Monday, Monday felt like Tuesday. But today doesn't feel like Wednesday, so maybe I'm starting to even back out. I don't know. Trying to sit here and smooth this, and all I'm doing is like throwing globs of hot glue all over the place. There we go. Alright, we're getting there. Might be a tad slow, but we're getting there. I'm being super lazy and like refusing to stand up. Tired. I started trail running officially now. Like, I know I had taken my trail shoes for a spin when we had that first, like, ice storm of the year. Because I was like, well, I gotta get my runs done, but I will die if I go out in regular street running shoes because everything is icy. So, my brand new trail shoes that I got for Christmas, I got to break them in snow conditions, which was actually pretty cool. It was fun. I was like, oh, these work great. Today was the first day I actually got out on the trail with them, because of course I had been training for the Blues Marathon, and I was like, well, I don't necessarily want to do that on the trail. But the two marathons are pretty close together. So, they're 1 month apart, but, and for like road marathons, whatever, that's fine. But for my first trail marathon, and it being a well, like, established, difficult trail marathon, or I should say known to be difficult trail marathon, that it's a little, kind of late for me to be starting the trail. But whatever. Do what you gotta do. So I got out on the trail today. Unfortunately, my day kind of went a little wonky, so I didn't get as much time. Like, I wanted an hour, but I only managed to fit in 40 minutes. So I got like 4.25 miles out on the trail. Heavy winds today. It was hot and we had really heavy winds. It was like, we've got like fire warnings and stuff because it's like 80 degrees out in February, which does not happen here. It's like insane. Cause you know, like all the grass and stuff, everything's still like dry. It's only just now starting to like come back, and then it's suddenly 80 degrees. So they've been putting out like high alert, you know, fire warnings, because yeah, it would be real easy to accidentally start a fire in some dry brush with just a spark when it's that hot outside. Alright. That was still way more wet than I thought it was. Oops. Now I got all these strings. Whoopsies. Wow, this glue is like staying wet. Wonder if it's because the glue sticks are super old. I don't know. Might be. Yeah, now I've got like glue stick strings all over me. Alright, well this side should be dry. It is. See, and yeah, anywhere that's taped is also gonna have to be glued. So, I just did this side, and I think we're pretty good on it. I can always look. I think it's good. I think it's good. So then I'm gonna have to do this side because it's gonna need like pressure on it. So start rolling this box up. And the fun thing about this is because it's corrugated, because it's cardboard, it's like just seeping right on into the corrugation. I mean, I don't mind that. That's not a problem, but it just means you end up using more glue than you necessarily wanted to. I'm trying to like put it on a little high and then swirl it around. Has a chance to sit on the surface. There we go, we're getting there. We jamming. We jamming on Tuesday. think that corner is good. Oh, I think the microphone is occasionally picking up the music. Oops. I realized I had it loud enough. Okay, this edge, now that it's dry, I think I might come back and fill in a couple spots. And I think it's hilarious because it's gonna end up being 4 years of hype, like for this costume, and it's gonna be the dumbest BS. Like, okay, so which sides have I done? I did this side, I did that side, I did this side. Did I do that side? Yeah, I did this side, and this side. Okay. So next, I need to do this side. And then what I'm gonna have to do, yeah, I think I'm realizing that when I put this together, I screwed up a couple of the pieces where they were supposed to go. I don't mind trimming the top and bottom, that's fine. But I kind of want to cut a new panel for this side before I glue anything to it. Kunihiro has a fragile head. He has a big old head. USPS would wreck his head. So I'm wondering if, like, so I'm thinking about stabilization. And height. Because it's going to be really annoying if it's just sitting on your shoulders. There's a little bit bigger of a gap at the top than I thought there was going to be. I might have to go with the pillow approach instead of the just like, yeah, that's like an inch too short. I have a tiny little bolster pillow somewhere that I can use as a placeholder to see if that's better. Where it at? Where it be? Okay, let me get this off my head real quick. Alright, I'm gonna have to like climb over here. Alright, I got it. Oh. Okay. So let me think. Think. You do a think. If this pillow is probably 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. I mean, the problem with this is it's just super wide. But I just want a depth. Alright, fine, blow the side out. Woo! Woo! We're going crazy! So yeah, that's about the right, and it just straight up fell out. That's about the right amount of thickness. So I need about a 4-inch piece. Yeah, about a 4-inch piece to attach into the top. So that's a thing I'm gonna have to do. I guess I'll just make one out of the spare red fabric. And then I need to decide if I'm cutting a new back piece or not, or if I'm just gonna trim it and let it be not quite a perfect square. I think it's worth cutting a new back piece because that's gonna keep it kind of where I want it. So step 1, I need to draw where I need to trim on the front and back, or top and the bottom, really, technically. That is where we need trimming, and then I need a new pen. The other option would just be put a piece of filler in right here and don't cut a whole new panel. So I don't even know if I have piece big enough at this point. I mean, the good news is this is the back, so I'm not that concerned about it.
Incoming raid.
Raid!
It's a raid, y'all.
What up? Welcome, welcome. If it isn't the Sirhc man himself. Moist. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It is finally happening. What up, Hungry? Welcome, 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 Raiders. We are working on Sirhc Man's Kunihiro costume. 4 years of hype for what is probably going to be the dumbest costume ever. I think that almost makes it better. Dude, the cat is like freaking screaming at the door, man. She's losing her little shit. Okay. That's why she went up there earlier. Oh yeah, I shut her out immediately. Meanwhile though, the DOG is in here fast asleep because she can just chill. Bonnie has no chill. God, there's just like a bunch of tape on this piece, so should have picked a different piece. It's like impossible to cut through all the tape. There we go, got it. Alright, now the question is which piece was the one I just measured, because I wasn't paying enough attention. I spaced out and just cut the things. Is one of these thinner, or is it pretty much, it's pretty much exactly half. Alright, we're using that piece. I have declared we shall use this piece. Alright, so let's get this sucker on here. If you're wearing headphones, I recommend you mute me right now. Because I'm about to peel some tape and that nonsense is very loud. Loud. Alright. And the cat is also loud. Unless you like tape ASMR, then have at it. I don't know if that's a thing. Tape peeling is complete. The tape peeling is done. Alright, all good. All good. Now, I need to trim my sides here. So I need this back. Paper out of the way. So earlier in the stream we cut the fabric. We've got our fabric ready to go. Oh yeah. Okay, so the problem is which pieces are already attached. I mean, you probably will get warm, yeah, it's not the coolest costume. But at least it's really only a head. Like, but yeah, all costumes that are a solid head are hot. They're super hot. Exactly, you'll have your shirt off to keep you cool. And nothing but red leggings are on your bottom. Gonna have to order some red leggings. Alright. I believe that is all of our trimming. But I do need to try to peel these stickers off of here. This packing list enclosed sticker. When you wore the costume on stream, you were wearing shorts and just had the bottom half of the costume hanging off to the side. Yeah, like, honestly, since most of the time people can only see you from, like, the chest up, it's like, just wear comfy pants. Like, I'm almost always streaming in pajama bottoms. Almost always. Unless I'm doing a fitness stream, like, it's pajama bottoms. Alright, then let me peel this fragile sticker off of here. Carefully. Alright, got it. Nailed it. Fragile. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. Stuck a fragile sticker. Fragile. Alright. Must be Italian. Fragile. Alright, so we have trimmed down the pieces we need to trim down. And I think we are about where we need to be. If I need to do any like last little trims, I can do it, but I'm gonna try not to be obsessive about it. Put it that way. Okay, so this corner is gonna be the corner that needs to be like sealed on both sides. So let's do this corner first. I'm just gonna have to like hold it. All right, here we go. Then I'm gonna have to fill in the little gap. But that's okay. I can do that. Hi, are you Miss Bon Bon? But you cannot come in here, my dear. Yeah, I'm using hot glue and you're gonna get all up in it. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Alright, so pretty much I just need to wait for this to dry enough for me to be able to let go of it. Right, it's almost dry. It's not quite dry. Yeah, I think there was a way to change it, but honestly, at this point, I don't know how. So, try Googling it. But yeah, it should be in the menu somewhere. Gotta get that chat identity. Wait a minute, you do have the first. I see the first. On my end. Maybe that's why you can't change it, because that's what you have. Oh, you want the regular one. I see what you're saying. Bonnie, give it a rest, little bug. Oh, I see how it is. You want your first logo in other people's channels, but not in my channel? You wanted to see what your icon would have looked here? Oh. Because, I mean, I see on my end, Sakana Cow has the little, like, rosy badge, the new one. The new rosy badge. This is like not smooth, but it's good enough. Okay, where have we not done? So that corner is done. So I did the face. So that corner's done, that corner's done. This one's not, and this one's not. So let me just kind of go around, I guess. Oh yeah, that's weird. It puts the no audio one up. That's weird. Someone was complaining about that in another stream I was in. They were like, it says I'm on no audio, but, or audio only or whatever. But I'm not. Okay, now I see some red thing. Like it looks like a red star. Apparently it's in the security settings. That is so weird. Yeah, it does seem like an old feature they forgot about, because that's a really weird place for that option to be. Okay, I think the next piece I want to tack down is going to be getting... This is done on this side, but not on this side. So, that's like not in there. I probably need to trim the corner. That's gonna be so hard to do. Okay. There we go. See if that does it. Ta-da! That did the trick. Okay. Where is the side I literally just did? I think it's this side. It's dry enough for me to turn the piece. Alright. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit of a hot mess. But we'll get there. Alright. I'm making a mess. Oops. Oops. If I rotate it to do this, it'll be a little bit less of a mess, I hope. Oh, I hear you, Bonnie. I'm just not gonna let you in. So this is not gonna be the smoothest edge of them all. We'll do it. It's gonna get coated in fabric. It'll be fine. But that explains why I was making a mess. It's because the hot glue was kind of like filling in this little gap. So just go for it. Let the hot glue fill in the gap. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. So when I was driving to and from my race this past weekend and, you know, listening to the radio, Hotline Bling came on, and like, I don't get it. Why is it Hotline Bling? Like, the name of the song is Hotline Bling, B-L-I-N-G Bling. And I always thought, like, when that song first came out, I thought he was saying Hotline Blink. Because, you know, like, your phone lights up, and especially phones from, you know, decade ago, they oftentimes had a little LED light at the top that would blink when you're getting a call. So you can see that you're getting a call. And so I thought he was saying blink. And then, like, obviously I found out very quickly he's saying bling, not blink. But I'm like, why is it hotline bling? Why? I don't get it. Can anyone explain that to me? Why is it hotline? I don't get it. Am I just too old? Alright, I think that's pretty smooth. Now I can come back through and fill the gaps on this corner because it's totally dry now. It's blingy, it should. That must just be it. And he's like, he came up with the song and he's like, but the phones don't really blink anymore, so we're just gonna take a popular word from the youth of today, and they're obsessed with bling, and we're just gonna change it to bling, and that'll be that. Because it's not like Drake is a kid. He's probably my age or older. I don't even know how old he is. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure he's probably older than me, or at least my same age. I guess I could be wrong though. Maybe he's a little younger. Like sometimes it amazes me finding out that some people are younger than I am, because I look at them and they look my same age. And I'm like, how are you 10 years younger than me? You look my same age. Like, it's weird. Alright, that's probably as smooth as that corner's getting. Woo, this one's nice. I did a good job on that one. Once that one dries, I'll see how good of a job I did on it. I probably want to trim this corner. When that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Yeah, that means I got a phone call. Oh, he's 37. He's older than me. Bam. I knew it. So yeah, that's absolutely what it was. He's like, well, it should be blank, but the kids today wouldn't understand that. So we're going to change it to bling. For no good reason other than popular word. When I see the highway. It was weird when he got popular and people were saying he was on Degrassi. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Degrassi. There's a ton of Degrassi. When I found that out, I was surprised too. I was like, that doesn't seem right. I remember watching like a season of Degrassi. I have no idea which generation. And actually really liking it. It had a little blonde girl that, like, had braces and was kind of just, I don't know, like, mega nerd. Probably the best way to... And, like, some of the just things that they were going through with, like, getting their first periods and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, that's relatable. But yeah, I think, wasn't it like originally it was either Canadian or like a European show or something. I'm pretty sure it was like Canadian. So like it was never super popular here. Almost smooth on this corner. I think that's probably smooth enough. I'm just gonna fix this one spot. There we go. Cool. Okay, it is Canadian, yeah. Oh gosh, it's getting late. Ooh, this corner needs ketchup. I knew it would though. This is that corner that was like wonky. I'm gonna have to like hold it this way. Like, I need to stop obsessing over making this too perfect because I am just going to coat it in fabric. But I don't want the fabric to be, like, super lumpy anywhere when I coat it. So, trying to get it, like, as smooth as I can get it. I think some of it is because this box has like a low spot in it, like where it got a little squished maybe. So now I gotta just kind of like fill that in. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, then this needs some extra in here. So 3 of the 4 sides on the front are done. 1 on the bottom is done. For any that need to be reinforced on the inside, that is a whole nother beast. That one doesn't. Honestly, that one, like I know I already did one of them. Which one did I do? That one doesn't need it, this one doesn't need it, and this one doesn't need it. This one's the one I did. So, I can do this one, I guess, if I want. Do it. So that corner is now reinforced from the inside. Woo. Yeah, we're getting there. It is definitely a Kunihiro head. This is gonna suck to wear. Like, even just the reverberation of your own voice inside the box is annoying. It's annoying. Here, and it's gonna be like kind of like, this is long, tall enough for like the piece. It's a little bit bigger than the piece I'm gonna put in, but to like hold it up off your shoulders, it's not centered, so it's a little awkward, but. And then it'll have the painted mesh face. Yep. We've got a box head, we've got a box head, got a box head. So then the other question is like, keeping it straight when you're moving around in it. I might have to actually put like an adjustable hat inside of it. Actually, maybe that's a better idea than the pillow. If I get one of those like hats that has the little turny adjusty thing in it, that might work. Question is finding one cheap enough, make it worth it. Because that adhered to the inside would mean it's gonna move with you, like guaranteed, and be a lot more comfortable. But like I don't want to get a heavy one though, and I know you can get like the construction style like hard hats. I mean, for like $10-20 on Amazon, but I feel like that's gonna be like heavy, and I don't want it to be heavy. So what other kind of hat could I attach in there that would add enough height? Yeah, I don't know. Might have to sleep on that one. Think about it. Yeah, so what could I put in it for the motion aspect? I mean, the other option is that the pillow that I attach up into the top to add the height, and so to make it like comfortably just sit on the top of your head. The other option there would be to like attach a chin strap to that. So maybe use like a baseball cap essentially. Well, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I just like stuck my thumb right into that glue. I guess, yeah, if I, like, cut the brim off a baseball cap. I think I might even have an extra baseball cap from some of my other projects that I could, yeah, just snip the bill off of it, attach it to the inside of this with a piece added to the top of it to add some height. And then at least it would be more comfortable to wear. Man, like, as much as I have really been loving being back to running lately, like, tomorrow is my first day back in the gym for a minute, and I'm, like, so happy to not be running them. I'm like, my legs are tired, they need a break. Like, the funny thing is, like, I feel good, I can go run more, but at a certain point I'm just like, yeah, I'm tired. Time for a break. Alright. So let that dry. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have been running a lot. Wonder if I need to reinforce this. I probably should. Just a little more. And I really want to go Strava sniping, but I talked myself out of it. If today hadn't been so hot, I totally would have done that and started the trails at the end of the week. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm not trying to get like 6:30 mile pace on quarter mile and half mile stretches in our local area in like 80-degree heat. Nah. No, thank you. And I'm like, well, that also means I can rest my legs some and then go Strava sniping when my legs aren't tired. It just sounds like so much fun. Funny thing is, the lady that did the whole Strava sniping thing, she finally made a public announcement. I think it was yesterday. Might have been the day before. That she's pregnant. So the funniest part of it is she was out Strava sniping these elite runners' times at 20 weeks pregnant. And like she had a bunch of B-roll footage from the last 20 weeks of stuff to like share from before she made it public. And one of them was her after that being like, I don't know why I'm out here trying to do this. It was just really funny. You haven't been able to run for a while due to an injury? Oh no! Looking forward to cycling once it warms up. Yes! Dude, cycling is great. We haven't been cycling in a while. Running is definitely my favorite, but I do also enjoy cycling. I also love swimming, but like none of the normal gyms here have pools, so. Which is weird because like every gym in Georgia has a pool. Like even the crappy gyms have pools. Unless you go to like, I don't think Planet Fitness has pools. But like regular gyms, they all have pools. And here it's like only the rec plexes and the hilariously, outrageously expensive gyms like LA Fitness have gyms and like, or pools. And I'm like, I'm not paying $120 a month for one of those memberships. That's like 90% crap I will never use. It ain't worth it. But yeah, I've got to get back to doing like all the exercises to strengthen my ankles and, you know, make sure I prevent a reoccurrence of some of the Achilles problems that I had in the past when I was doing high volume running. Which, I mean, I know it's like, it still exists, it's still there, I can feel it once in a while, but when I train correctly, it's manageable, or I can make it go, like, get it to go away. So I just gotta get back to doing those exercises. Alright, that's that corner for now. Where else we at? That corner's done, that corner's done. This corner's done. This one's not. That one is, that one is. Okay, that one is. That one's not, that one's not. My God, there's so many. There's so many and it's already after 10 o'clock. There's so many. Oh, I might do like one or two more. No, I'm not canceling this cosplay. You can try to get out of it 6 ways from Sunday, and you're not. You just be glad that you got a 4-year reprieve from it, okay? You got away with it for 4 years, man. Or should I say it got away without it for 4 years. Yep, he gets home, he says to me, "What are you playing tonight? You should play the new Mario Donkey Kong game." And I'm like, "I'm working on the costume," and he's like, "Oh, you should play the new Mario Donkey Kong game." I'm like, "You just don't want me to work on the costume." Like, that game looks fun and all, but truthfully, like, I'm way more excited for that Princess Peach game. That game is gonna be... I really hope it's good. Like, I'm so excited to play that game. Oh yeah, random air horse. Okay, this is the bottom, so I'm not even gonna worry about like perfectly smoothing it. Okay, so all 4 sides of the bottom are done. I gotta do this side next. This one's already pretty tight, so it shouldn't take long. Woohoo! Oh my god, the dog is like snoring. It's so funny. And I think she like sometimes like straight up sleeps with her eyes open. Because the other morning, I thought she was just like breathing loudly to get me to pay attention to her. Because her eyes were open and it looked like she was looking at me, just like laying in her bed, breathing loud. And I walked over to pet her, and like when I was petting her, like you could tell that she kind of realized, okay, something's like here, and it's not a danger or a threat or anything. But it seemed like it kind of woke her up a little bit when I pet her, and she was like, "Oh, I'm getting pets." I was like, "Were you freaking sleeping with your eyes open?" Like, is that a thing? I mean, one eye, okay, that, like, I would get, but no, both of her eyes were open. I guess one of them was kind of, like, squished against the bed, but... Alright, that looks... good. That looks good, that looks good, looks good. Alright, that side's done, that side's done, that side's done, that side's done. Lots of sides are done. Yeah, these really don't take too long. Alright, this might be the last one. That or there's one more somewhere. Gonna have to like turn it all around and look at it. Done with this side. Need another stick. Need another stick. There. This one's a little wonky, so it might take a little bit of a minute to smooth it. Okay. I think that is. Okay, that side is done. That side's done. Okay, all 4 on the bottom. All 4 on this side. Oh, this side's not done. All 4. This might need a little filler, but all 4 on this side. And then when you're looking at it from the top, ooh, this is the side I just did. I accidentally just stuck my finger in it. Oops. Now I gotta fix that. Oopsie poopsies. Alright, there we go. Fixed. Okay, so there's only one side left. Oh wow, this side's gonna suck. It has a gap. Let's start building. Alright. Need another shtick. Shtick. So this corner is going to be a super duper pain because I gotta fill it. So I kind of gotta just like put some glue in there and then let it settle and let it dry so that I can put another bead on top of it to kind of fill this little gap. If I hold it just right and get it to dry as close to the edge of the gap as possible, a little easier. But now I gotta wait for that to like dry. And hopefully not leak out everywhere, because it's already attempting to. But I think it'll dry before it leaks totally out. Now I'm just gonna wait. But yeah, I think getting the... Apparently I threw my pencil on the floor. I think getting the whole like base of the head done and getting the fabric cut today, at least the main fabric, I didn't get to start working on the ribbon. But that's okay. That's kind of a separate project from the main thing anyway. Because I gotta wire it, I gotta sew it, I gotta wire it, which means I'm gonna have to like clear out all this other stuff to pull the sewing machine out. So, that cannot stay that way. There we go, it's starting to get tacky. So now I can push it around. That's weird. There's just a loud noise outside. Like that. Yeah, getting a pretty good fill on this first pass, honestly. I'm not mad at it. And like another thing about now, you know, having the majority of my training for at least the next month being on trails. Like, I really enjoy being out there. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Like, it's nice. It's something different. But then you've got things like what happened on the UGA campus. I guess it's a week or so ago now. Like, being a female who runs alone, you really got to worry about your safety. It's ridiculous. So yeah, even today when I was running, like, it's the middle of the day, it's broad daylight, but again, what happened to Lock-In, like, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but that's how it's spelled. Was broad daylight, middle of the day, like, you know, she took all the precautions you're supposed to take. So it's like, well, if that doesn't even work, then what do you do? Like, do I need to run with a taser in my hand? Like, seriously. Like, that was actually one of the things I'm thinking about while I was running today on the trail. I'm like, do I need to bring mace? Do I need to, like, bring a taser? Like, what is going to be the most effective in that kind of situation? Because, like, mace is great and all, but the problem with mace, especially outdoors, is wind. So you end up getting maced too. Obviously not as bad as the person you're spraying it directly at, but like it can end up incapacitating you as well, or negatively impacting you quite a bit as well. So like mace definitely has its downsides. Oh, stop crying. She's crying at the door so bad. Oh, you're fine. You are fine. Okay, I think that looks freaking great considering that gap. I filled that, like, beautifully. Look at that. Look at that seam right there. I gotta turn. Yeah, look at that seam. What seam? There is no seam because it's glued perfectly. Oh, a dude with a safe word of pineapple? Yeah, I think so. Well, and that's the funny thing is, like, in police academy, not all of them, but in a lot of police academies, part of your training is being tased, and part of your training is being maced, so that you know what it is like. And when my brother graduated from the academy, I mean, this is a long time ago now, but they put together a video for all the families at the, like, ceremony, and they showed us the videos of them getting tased and maced. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. It looks so awful. And, like, my whole family, we're allergy-ridden, allergy-prone people. And, like, oh my god, the mace was horrible for my brother. Like, it was so bad. His whole face swelled up. And like they almost considered like having to take him. I have glue all over my pants somehow. Oh, I wonder if I set when I was turning it in my lap. I wonder if it adhered to my pants before it was dry. There we go. And now I'm like missing a segment somewhere. Probably. I'll check it later. But yeah, like it was horrible. He got all red and swollen, and they're like, "Do we need to take you like to the hospital?" He ended up okay, but it was bad. Like, so that makes me concerned about ever having to use that. Because if I spray someone else with it and get the blowback, like it might be worse for me than it is for them. Honestly, like considering some of these gaps, I feel like we're pretty good. Yeah, I'm wondering how I got that blob on my pants though. I'm waiting to touch one of these corners and it have a big gap in it from where the this one's gonna need to be touched up. From where the glue got like ripped off it and transferred to my pants. But I mean, I'm not seeing any significant gaps in there. So I don't know. Maybe I already filled it back in and just didn't realize that's why it had a gap. Alright, here's our Kuni head. We have the outline. So now I gotta just figure out what kind of hat to attach it to. I should just buy one of those little hats that has the propeller on the top. Then when he takes the head off, he's got the little propeller hat. I'm kidding. That's a joke. It'd be funny though. Alright. With that, it is 10:30. Oh, and here's the size cone. Hold on, before we do anything else. Here's the size cone that I'm thinking at this point. But now I'm wondering, is that going to be too small? I don't know. Because this was the ball that we decided was too big. Do I have the cone from before? No, I think I used the same piece of paper and I cut it all up. So, is this cone too small? I think that cone's going to be too small. I agree this ball it's too big. We definitely need a like more mid-size ball. I don't know, I think this cone might be pretty good. Maybe I could go ever so slightly bigger, but I think that's good. It's gonna be a good size. Because then those two flaps are gonna come here, and then we're gonna have the bow. And honestly, if the ball on top and the cone are a little bit smaller, that means I can also make the ribbon part smaller, and that's okay with me. So I guess the next thing I need to do is figure out actually what size that's going to be, so I can start cutting and sewing it, and then wiring it. So we still got plenty of work to do on this, but we are definitely getting there. So, very cool. Ooh, my legs really work. I've been sitting for too long. That cat is just screaming her little butt off. Screaming her little butt off over by the door. I'm gonna have to like move this camera because I accidentally set it on top. Oh no, it fell! Oh no! Camera down, camera down. There's just so many wires over here right now. We got it. Camera back up. Okay. Bye! Well, I gotta find somebody to raid, so. Raid! Raid! speaking of, thank you for the raid, Sirhc. Now let's see who else is out and about and doing stuff. On Twitch? Stuff on Twitch? Doobie 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 doobie. A shooby doobie doobie doobie. A shoobity doobity doobity doobity. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This music entertains me like to no end. Let's see, Tonda is on. Tonda's playing Amiga and C64. Grom's playing Skyrim for the first time. Oh, Zaylen's playing Little Nemo for the first time. Ooh, but Prax is playing Fallout 4, and you guys know how I feel about Fallout 4. It is one of my all-time favorite games. So that is where we shall head. We shall get us some Fallout 4. To Prax. Thank you all for hanging out. We will be working on this costume again on Thursday. And we will just probably keep working on it until I'm done. I don't know. I might take a game day break at some point. But I think on Thursday we'll work on this some more. I think that's where we're at. Oh, I think this might be where my pants pulled out that piece. Anyway. Onward! Onward! Bye! Night-night person! Sakana Cow, Sirhc. Thank you for the subs, Sakana Cow. And the raid, Sirhc. See you all Thursday. Bye!